it's a big deal or no big deal?
Skip, I think it's a big deal because I think it goes to the dysfunctionality of what's going on in New England, something that we have not seen in I don't know if we've ever seen it. Because in 2000, I think it was 2013, Tom Brady talked about how Coach Belichick said when you hear OTAs, and it's just OTAs, but it's not. It lays the foundation for everything that you want to accomplish. It leads into mini camp leading to training camp. Training camp, you had a good training camp, leads into a good first half, good second half, da-da-da-da-da. So now maybe he doesn't believe what Coach Belichick is saying. Because I get it. Tom Brady doesn't need the reps. Tom Brady, now granted, now if you remember, even when he was suspended, he showed up for OTAs because why, Skip? Old Jimmy G was working. So now I'm starting to think he didn't need the reps. He doesn't need the reps now. He's known this offense frontwards and backwards for, say, since year 3, 4 at the very latest, maybe even year 2 to 3. So he doesn't need the reps. He knows the offense. He tells you in Tom versus Time how much he loves playing. He loves practice. He loves being around his teammates. He can watch film for hours and hours on end. They're going to be doing that at OTAs, yet he's not there. See, Skip, the way this Patriot thing worked, it worked because the best player was their hardest worker, and he was there. That's the Patriots way. When you get the best player, which is the hardest worker, and he's there working hard, what's the expectation for everybody else? Because he's also set the table for how everybody gets paid. Because Tom Brady has done what, Skip? Always taking less than market value. So when everybody else says, I need my paper, well, you got to take less than market value. They're like, what the hell Tom Brady got to do with me? They say, well, he played for less. You got to play for less. So I think this is a deal, Skip, because it sends a message like, okay, what we thought is starting to be true. That they can, wipe it down. They're probably going to release a statement today that Tom Brady has something scheduled in his itinerary that came up, and he'll be here. Yeah, eventually they will be there. We know they're going to be there for training camp and for the season. But I don't like the message that this is sending.
Actually, Bill Belichick was just asked after OTAs today about Tom Brady's absence, and he said, I'm not going to talk about the guys that aren't here. Woo. The guy who's not there.
He's that guy. He ain't called his name.
He just called him a guy. He's the reigning MVP?
Yeah, he ain't here, so he a guy.
Oh, the guys who aren't here. I'm just not going to talk about them. Oh, Gronkowski, you say he's the best tight end in football. Maybe as great a receiving threat.
Yeah, he tried to get old. He tried to pass old Goat Sharp.
Interesting.
He tried to pass old Goat Sharp. Old Goat Gronkowski.
You're the goat after you gave it up to Gronk about 2 years ago, as I recall. But, the case you just made sounded like you were saying that Tom Brady has been the more valuable Patriot over Bill Belichick.
Well, what he is, Skip, is that the coach can preach all he wants to, but you got to have a leader that's going to be there and implement what you're trying to get across, because they see Tom Brady. Okay, Tom is the best player. He's the hardest worker. He's here. How do you get to say, well, I'm not coming to OTAs or I'm not doing off-season conditioning if that guy's there with all these Super Bowl, a handful of Super Bowl rings and MVPs? How do you get to say, I'm not going to do it?
Just remember, Bill Belichick, in the 5 seasons before Tom Brady fell out of the sky into his lap, he had 4 losing seasons out of 5, including his first season in New England when they went 5-11. And they were off to an 0-2 start when Tom Brady hit the field because Drew Bledsoe got hurt.
Mo Lewis.
Right in the chest. And life changed, and dynasty started, right? They needed the Tuck rule. I give you that. They needed that. That was a terrible call, and they got it, but that launched the dynasty. But you look back at this, and the best player bought what a lot of the players thought was the coach's BS, right? Like, that's a bunch of BS that this guy's trying to enforce upon us. But the best player, the quarterback, said, no, I love this. I love this guy. I'm going to do everything that he says. That'll work. That's how Rome was built. And now Rome is falling because the quarterback continues to rebel against the head coach because the head coach, in the quarterback's eyes, has rebelled against him, right?
Absolutely.
Go ahead. Remember what Tom just said a couple of weeks back? He was asked, do you feel appreciated by the New England Patriots? And he said, I plead the fifth. Really? The reigning MVP at age 40 says, I plead the fifth?
Right.
Are you happy, Tom? I have my moments. You have your moments? Remember, I'm pretty sure he felt belittled and sort of dismissed, scoffed at by the head coach after he did suffer a gash in the base of his thumb that required He said 12 stitches to close.
Me saying it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Me saying it's not a
Yeah.
constitutional crisis is one thing. Your head coach saying that is something entirely
just
different.
dismissed it.
Barry.
Like-
And so the thing is, Skip, it also with Tom Brady is like no matter what the practice schedule is, no matter how late or how hard it is,
Yeah.
you know, it might be rainy or it might be cold, but John never said, "Man, it's cold. I hope we go inside. Or
Yeah.
I hope we don't have practice."
That's
Well, if he said if he didn't have a problem with it, how could we have a problem with it?
Yep.
Tom Brady, whatever Coach Belichick has said, he's echoing it. So if he's echoing it, you can't have a problem with it. But now, who's there to echo that message that Coach Belichick is trying to get
I
out?
don't know.
See, Gronk feels emboldened because he's boys with Tom.
Mm-hmm.
See, Gronk is always Gronk, and I've said this from the very beginning. Skip, Gronk has always been about this contract extension. This was
I'm with you.
He
I
was
agree.
never going to retire until about do movies. He was never going to the WWE. Gronk wanted his paper. Gronk like, I need to be making Julio Jones. I need to be making Antonio Brown because I'm equally as valuable. I think he's the greatest offensive weapon in football. That's a non-quarterback on that side of the ball. But Gronk is like, Tom, my guy. So what? Tom ain't showing up. I ain't showing up either.
Okay, I got you. And remember, neither of those guys will probably ever get over the Malcolm Butler episode in the Super Bowl. I just don't think they will.
Because it's a loss, Skip.
Yeah. And I also read yesterday in one of the New England pieces, I think it was the Boston Globe piece, that Brady has had some discussions over his contract, and I didn't know how to interpret that as to gear down or gear up. Like, is it possible that he's now saying, wait a second,
Like,
I'm the reigning MVP and I'm taking
Matt
hometown
Ryan,
discount?
I beat Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins got all this bread,
Yeah.
28 million. Matt getting 30 guaranteed. Blah, Jimmy Garoppolo, my backup's 27 million.
No.
Andrew Luck's 20. No. Now, Mr. Kraft said Tom and his representative have not come to him about about extension or contract. Says if and when that becomes a problem, we'll address it at that point in time.
Yep.
So I'm going to have to take Mr. Kraft at his word
Yep.
that they have not approached him about extending. I think they feel comfortable with 2 years. Look, Mr. Kraft, he doesn't have a problem paying Tom Brady, but it's hard for me to believe that he wants to extend, give Tom Brady, say, $50, $60 million, and then Tom Brady plays 2 years. I know Tom says he wants to play 5.
Yep.
But the law of averages says, we on borrowed time here, Tom.
I still think he'll play till 45. I also think when it's mandatory, he will show
Oh,
up.
yeah.
But as you know, he has always said that when it's not mandatory is when you win the next Super Bowl.
Yes.
That's when you lay the foundation,
Right.
right? You're working harder than all those teams on your schedule, or so you believe in your locker room.
Correct.
And now they cannot believe that in their locker room,
No.
right?
Because he's not there. Skip, he's the leader. He's not the fastest. He's not the strongest, but his mere presence. And he could echo everything Coach Belichick. Even Skip, sometimes you know Coach bull jiving you. But then with the leaders, like, hey, yeah, man, this works. And when you had the level of success that they've had, how do you argue against it?
Yeah.
So now what's the argument for Tom not being there? He knows the offense. He's been on the offense. Well, he doesn't need the reps. He's never needed the reps.
Yeah.
So why all of a sudden, after what came out in late December, early January, right before the Jacksonville game that came out that they Mr. Kraft ordered Coach Belichick to do this, and it's been a studied flow since. It's not looking good. I mean,
No. Is it possible this week or next week Tom Brady will be in what's it called, Big Sky, Montana, with Julian Edelman and Chris Hogan throwing passes,
he might be
running around?
going back to Cutter, back on the back of a camel again. You know, he like the phone. Skip, you know, he on social media awful lot. You tell people to stay off social media. He been on. He was out there with a camel.
Yeah, he is promoting Tom Brady more than he's ever promoted.
Yeah, I told you that.
Yeah.
Do more promoting than me. I don't even promote shade like that.
Are you kidding?
I refuse to.
You refuse to? Joy, help me out. What?
You don't see me on the back of no
all
camel.
you do.
I mean,
What I do? I ain't bothering nobody. I ain't harm. Nobody was harmed in the making of that goat.
You post pictures of everything you eat except the bad stuff.
I don't eat the bad, Skip.
Yeah, you
I
do.
had salads yesterday. My stomach's rumbling now. I need to, But I get like 1 or 2 meals.
You get that cheat day on
Yeah.
Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, it all depends. But at this point,
days?
it depends on which day. But the thing is, Skip, as I start reaching that milestone, I'm becoming a little bit more reflective, Joy, because it used to be a time where I ate for survival. I didn't
Mm.
eat for enjoyment. I'm finding myself now enjoying a little more what I'm doing.
Oh, you discovered food.
Yeah, you know, I guess what I had for the first time? Baked cauliflower.
Yeah.
Man, that thing bang, bang,
I
Skip.
had baked cauliflower last night.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
What are the odds of that?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like,
Did you have cheese on it?
no.
They like, well, I mean,
I
you
don't,
can
I don't,
fry
I,
it,
I, I've
but
done away
it's
with dairy.
baked or fried, and then you have like a little buffalo sauce. It's like a substitute.
No, I ain't do no sauce.
You don't like sauce?
No, I don't do the sauce.
You sure it was baked, not fried?
It was baked, yeah.
No.
I do the same. I got the meal prep you got.
Oh, you do it from that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so
I-
see,
I'd give him a shout out, but nah.
then they got to give me, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I give them a shout out too with a couple of free meals. I need like 6
LeBron
months of
added
free meals.
another record to his resume last night, and we'll discuss that.